So this is a Final Destination: The Bloodlines. Final Destination. I have not really watched any of them. I've seen clips online. I watched the. I think is it kill count or whatever. I've watched a YouTube video.
James A. Janice.
Maybe I'm not exact. I don't remember. I watched some YouTube videos on it, but I've never truly sat down and watched a Final Destination movie. This was my first, basically. And I have one question. Like, are they all this? How do I say it? Like, goofy. Yeah, goofy and silly. Are they all like this?
Oh, for sure. This is like, it's up there with some of the goofier ones, but it's not even close to the goofiest one. The goofiest one is the one with what's her name? That's married to Ewan McGregor, and is she's in Cloverfield Lane, and plays Harrison Dula, and is Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim. Whatever, you get the gist. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, she's in one. She's like the lead role in one of the Final Destinations. And the inciting incident, because there's always an inciting incident, is a roller coaster that like goes off the rails or whenever.
Okay.
And she saves everyone from it. And that's like the big thing about Final Destinations, and seeing like the crazy like murder spree that happens. And I think the one at the beginning of Blood Clot is pretty good. I think it was the best part of the film for me. It's always sort of silly to see them.
Blood Clot?
Blood Clot, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the one with her in it, long story short, she like is talking about like conspiracy theories and how death is like involved or whatever, and then she brings up how there was a shadow of another plane on the Twin Towers, and it's so funny. That's all the movies are stupid.
Wait, why does death always give people visions? Does he want them to survive so he can torture them more?
It's not really explained.
Okay.
And it never will be, I guess. I don't know if it's death giving them visions, or maybe it's just them having premonitions. It's never explained. I don't know. Nobody knows.
I thought
Tony Todd
in this movie,
each one of them. Go ahead.
I thought in this movie, the old woman at the end was death. That's what I thought, because she picked up the coin and then left it where it was supposed to go. I thought maybe she's death. That's what I thought.
See, my thought process before this movie was that Tony Todd was death, because he's in each one of them, and he explains in like a scene or two the rules of like everything that happens. But this movie like gives him like actual character and depth, and like shows that he's not coming back, and he's not death, and he can't escape death. So it's a little more confusing now that he's not death, in my opinion.
Oh wait, that the old wise guy at the in the middle of the movie, that was him.
Yeah, the old black guy, and
he's in all the movies.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, he plays Candyman, classic Candy, and he died recently.
Oh, rest in peace.
He's in a lot of my favorite movies. He's in Platoon, Candyman. He voices Venom in the Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2. He's very cool. Anyways. Anyways. My thoughts on this movie. I think you go into a Final Destination to watch the kills. I think the whole point of watching a Final Destination is just seeing the goofy kills and everything. This one to me was a little lackluster. I don't know. None of them are like the best written things, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the climactic scene wasn't very climactic, in my opinion. It's sort of like there's a lot of shock value that happens with all these kills, and it's like they're trying to throw you off. And it kind of feels like they're trying too much to like surprise the viewer. Like they're doing way too much. And it's a lot less like cool to figure out like who your characters are and have character depth when they're all just one big family and they're not like they're individuals with their individual like personalities and everything. I mean, we don't learn like anything about the one girl who gets her head smashed in the garbage truck. We get to learn a lot about the tattoo guy who's adopted. We don't really get to learn like anything about the father who dies to the lawnmower. Like we don't really get to know a whole lot about a lot of these characters. But the little character knowledge we do get is pretty good. The movie as a whole, I'd give like a 5 out of 10, solely for entertainment purposes. I think it's like they should make these all the time, like make it a yearly like thing. Like it should still be coming out as frequently as the Saws. Like it should have as many as the Saws in my opinion because it has. Are you good?
No, I had to cough while drinking tea.
Raise your hands above your head. Don't choke.
It's all on me right now. Of the tea. Ah.
I'm sorry for laughing.
It's good. Depending on how comedic it was, I might as well keep this in the recording.
I love that's what you're thinking of. Clip it either way. Okay, let me get back on that. I think this franchise should have as many entries as the Saw franchise does, solely because they have the same entertainment value, although Saws is much more, in my opinion, because it's not just about the kills, but about the traps that people are put in and the life and death situations. And also Saw has some really actually like good entries, whereas in my opinion, Final Destination never had any good entries and probably never will. None of them are well written. But the nature of the beast is that you go to watch one because it has interesting kills and you go to see how like death like sort of kills all these people in this weird way. And we see this inciting incident and that's all the entertainment value we need. And it's not like you go see what you paid for. And I think nobody's surprised at what came out. Nobody's probably disappointed because it's just Final Destination. You can't really get a Final Destination wrong as much as they've tried to. As long as you stick to the script to a degree, which this movie did, you know, you're bound to come out with something mildly entertaining. And I think this did pretty good.
You gave it a 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll also give it a 5. To be honest, I don't have much other. What is this genre? It's not horror, is it? Is it thriller?
Yes.
What is it? Horror.
It's horror.
I don't have much experience in horror movies, so I cannot really compare it to anything else that I know. But I think it was mid 5 movie, I would say.
Yeah. It's like you go into a Final Destination expecting things not to make sense, things to be weird. Like there's a whole scene in this where Death is like at this guy's tattoo shop, and then later we find out, and it burns it down, and it like we're supposed to think he dies off screen. He doesn't die off screen, and then it turns out he's not part of the family, so Death never should have targeted him. So why was Death there in the first place? It doesn't make any sense.
Just playing.
It makes sense later when they're like making up rules that he dies, but you know, the person making up rules, you know, how are you finding these rules out? It doesn't really make sense. It's never really explained why Tony Todd's character knows any of this stuff. It makes sense why the mother, like the grandmother, knows all these things because she experienced all of them. But Tony Todd's character was just a kid. He probably wouldn't remember any of that. And also, he never like actually tried to do any of the stuff. Although he did, and scratch all that because he did experience all the stuff from the other people from the other movies. So he does have experience. My fault.
My my final thought for this movie is, how did the logs fly off in the end? The train was stopped. Like, how did that happen? And that's my
Yeah.
final thought.
They don't fuck with Newton's third law, I guess. Oh well. Anyhow, that's all for this video.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time in whenever I
Hey, you
upload
gotta tell
this.
them. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Like, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Don't
Ring
forget
the
to comment.
bell.
We love the comments.
Ring the bell.
Those are true believers. I would, as Stan Lee
Okay.
would say.
Let's not be on the cob today, shall we?
All right. We appreciate every single view, every single like, every single comment. So please
Yes.
continue, and we'll see you
I
next
like
time.
reading and replying to them if it's anything insightful. Anyways. Bye-bye.
What I tell you, Kevin, huh? Fuck that. I just win. That's all I know how to do, Kevin. Baby, I just win.